Hello and welcome to a fresh episode of Research Plus Practice. Shashwat and I would continue from where we left last time. As we shared, we are trying to compile a series which brings to you management practice as well as research based around how companies respond in times of adversity and crisis. Today we look at an example, a very interesting example of Sony. Sony made its beginning in 1945 in a shattered and devastated economy of Japan post-World War II. Yet in a very short period of time, Sony was able to scale global heights. Now, what are the learnings or what are the experiences that we can glean out from Sony's early phase of evolution that we can use today? So in this video, we will just look at early phase of Sony and how they are, what learnings does it give us as we build our plans post COVID-19.
In 1945, when Ibuka and Morita set out their organization Sony, they found a business opportunity in repairing radio sets. Radio back then was what today is internet for us, an equipment through which you could learn about your city, your country, and the world, an important piece of equipment through which you got information. World War II had left many of the existing radio sets damaged and broken. And post-war, when people were looking for them to get it repaired, Sony, like many others, was there to encash on that opportunity. In fact, they were able to deploy their skills in electronics and electronic equipments even to develop products such as electric rice cooker and thermal cushions. And while in the early phase, these smaller developments helped them stay afloat, they kept experimenting and kept moving the boundary of technology forward. And they came up with products like tape recorders, pocket radios, and later even more sophisticated products such as televisions and camcorders. And the rest, as they say, is history. But if you were to look only at the early phase of Sony's experience of how they evolved their business in that difficult period post-World War II, perhaps these three critical learnings stand out. Number one was their ability to deploy their agility to deploy competencies. The team was able to use their skill set in electronics and communication, whether it was in building radio sets or an electric rice cooker or even thermal cushions. So the core was their skill set in electronics, and they found opportunities to keep themselves afloat during those difficult times. Secondly, they were able to ride the consumer waves, the demand waves, small or big, at each point of time. They started off riding the wave on radio sets repair. They were able to jump the wave of that cycle to be able to build a tape recorder and then use tape recorder facility for building audio teaching aids. So like today you have e-learning requirements. In those times, once the tape recorder came out, there was a boom for building audio teaching aids, and Sony was able to encash then as well. But perhaps the third and one of the most critical things that we should remember today as well is that Sony was very open to learn about technology, about development, wherever it happened in the world. We all know that in 1948, it was the Bell Labs which invented the transistor. But Sony was not only able to identify its importance, but was able to assimilate it into building the transistorized radio and thus reducing the size dramatically. They not only were able to license such breakthrough technologies, but they invested in their own learning, so much so that within a span of 20 years, in 1970s, one of their own, Esaki, won a Nobel Prize in the field of transistor. The story of CCD displays and camcorder is no different. It was again licensed from outside, but Sony was able to build upon it internally. So their ability to keep their eyes and ears open and learn from outside also stands out as an important learning for us today.
So those are the three key learnings that you should take out from Sony's experience of working out or starting their journey in an economy which was shattered and devastated after World War II. I'm sure whether you're an entrepreneur or a manager in a business and working, there are definitely key learnings for you to pick from Sony's experience. In fact, if you club this video with what we discussed in our last video on resilient managers, you will find that Ibuka and Morita possess that important quality of resilience in them, which helped them take these key decisions and take their business forward. Do let us know how you found this video, and if you also have examples of companies or decision makers who took good decisions at times of crisis, please share with us in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy.